in 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
I'm Jeff Grayley for 1 in 10. Today I'm on the corner of Peel Street and Smith Street in Fitzroy. And the question is, it's been said that 1 person in 10 is homosexual. Do you know any homosexual people personally?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yep, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Personally.
Yep. Oh, a fair bit of
By myself. Sure.
Lots. Yes, 100. Yes, plenty. Heaps. Heaps, yeah.
Okay, fix your mind on one of them. How did you learn that this person is homosexual?
It's I don't remember there being a time when I didn't know they were. It's like, for me it's like, so it's really hard for me to answer the question. I don't remember.
Okay. Fair
I don't
enough.
remember finding out. It's going to be myself. I knew from a very, very young age, from as long as I can remember. I felt it.
Because I was going out with him.
I slept with him.
She told me, yeah, or someone else told me.
Never actually told us, sort of found out from other friends, mutual friends of theirs, so never actually said it openly. We asked them about it after we'd found out, they said yes, but before then we didn't actually know. So it was sort of like a mutual friend told us.
Rumour.
Oh, I've just always known. I knew as soon as I met him.
Okay.
From the first meeting, the first introduction, mannerisms, speech, type of things said, all that sort of thing, you know.
I suppose it's just the way they present themselves, you know, just with that little bit of different flaw to their verbal sort of. I fucked up. Can you stop it or not? I don't know. You can just tell. You can just sort of tell the way they present themselves, I suppose.
Okay.
Verbally and sometimes, you know, on the practical side of things.
Just by picking the look, the way he looks and all that sort of thing.
The way they act, the way they speak, and a bit the way they dress.
Actually, I can't remember. It was so long ago. I think she may have told me, but yeah, I think she told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't think it was ever an issue. It was, you know, like, they just mentioned it.
She sort of told me about a few experiences she'd had, and at first she was sort of more bi and stuff, and then as time went by, I realised she's more just homosexual and bisexual.
They told me.
Told me.
He was very open about it and just told me straight out that he was homosexual, and he also dresses up as a drag queen at times, so it was a bit of a giveaway as well.
She was always straightforward, or, you know, kind of like that. Yeah.
Other than their sexual preference, in what ways is this person unlike all heterosexual people that you know?
That's a good question. We might have to cut the camera there and I'll have to think about that one. In a whole variety of the ways. He doesn't like the football.
None of the heterosexual people that you know like football?
No, I'm having trouble answering that one because it's just all encompassing. Yeah, so, you know, I don't sort of tick off categories.
That's a difficult question. Probably a lot more open and, yeah.
They're a lot less aggressive. That's about it. Less aggressive.
just the way they look and stuff like that, really.
Because he's very flamboyant.
Unlike, I guess, in his flamboyance, in many areas, he's a fairly flamboyant character. I guess there are heteros that are flamboyant as well, but not in this nature. And I guess in some ways is the way he relates to females. There's a different, attitude that I've noticed himself and say my girlfriend or my other friends that are females. And so he relates to them on a probably better level than most men do, I would say, hetero men, of course.
Very nice. He's very.
Okay, this is different than the other heterosexuals.
Yeah.
So you don't know any very nice heterosexuals?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't. No. He's really, really. I don't know. Nice. Like saying it like that, as in, his personality-wise is totally different to anyone else. Like, he will go out of his way for females. He'll be very friendly and yeah. I don't know. Really, like he just is a hell of a lot nicer than most males. Like not being sick, like being. I don't know.
Well, he acts more like, even though he's male, he's got long hair like a female, sort of dresses in clothes. He's sort of similar to a female in a lot of ways. He has a lot of feminine sides in his reaction to certain things. The way someone would treat, like a male would treat a girl, they might treat him nice, but there might be, there's, a male, like the masculine thing, like blonde jokes and all that. He wouldn't be into that. He'd be the sort of like, oh, that's not very nice. Should be treating her nice, He sort of has a feminine side that you don't normally see with a male.
Probably just the way he talks, I guess. Sometimes I don't know really. Like.
So he talks differently.
Yeah. But,
can you do it for me? Can you show me what you mean?
He's always using the word baby.
He always uses the word baby? Okay.
Baby. He's just a little bit feminine-like, but he still dresses like a male, but so that's alright. Yeah.
Clothes he wears, I guess. He's very feminine.
Well, that's a funny question because it's hard for me to say how any person is different from a whole group of other people. Like, is he different from a huge amount of people? He's who he, like, I wouldn't be able to draw the distinction, but that makes him different from other people along his, homosexuality. It would be just his personality makes him different from everyone.
I don't think she is different. Her choice of sexual partner, I guess, places her outside of the. Oh God, this is terrible. I don't think there's much difference with the person that I know. I think that she's experienced a lot of prejudice in her life. I think that that she's probably the way she can express herself on the street sometimes can be very different. She's not really doesn't feel comfortable holding her partner's hand, that kind of thing. So that's limiting, and that's making different. But if I talk about her as a person and what her personality is, she's like everyone. She's like, there's no difference. She's a human being. I think she just deals with more prejudice and more ignorance. People not knowing how to deal with it. People not knowing her as a person, as a close friend, who she is.
Well, they're pretty unlike anyone I know, but they're not really people who differ drastically from other people because, she's not someone who is really different from other people because she's homosexual. She's just someone who is quite eccentric perhaps, but I think homosexuality being quite a fluid sort of thing at the moment, I don't think that there is a marked difference between homosexuals and heterosexuals.
I think we're all different, but it doesn't have anything to do with being gay or straight, personally.
It's not really as such any different, I would say.
It's not. Actually, he's a business person, works for a large corporation. I don't see any real difference in him.
Unlike, he's not any different at all. They're not.
No, not really. Just nothing really much different than heterosexual people, just the same.
Well, they're pretty much the same, and they're normal human beings. It's just they like different things, different sexuality.
Oh God, 'cause it's my movie, so it's completely different to anybody else's I know, because I play the lead role in it.
Okay. Sexual preference aside, in what ways is this person like all heterosexual people whom you know?
These questions are too difficult. I think I'm going to leave it here.
Okay, thank you very much.
I think we're all physically alike. I don't think sexual preference really has anything to do with it. We're alike in the way that that's a hard question, because I think that we're all just so different as individuals, and when you're talking about sexual preference, that's a hard question.
Nothing really, no.
Well, dresses like everyone else, I guess. So he doesn't dress weird or anything, so I don't know.
He drinks and does shit like that,
She just enjoys the same sort of shit, going out, doing the same things, enjoys the same sort of hobbies and drinking, just hanging out with heterosexual people all the time, pretty normal.
I don't know. They seem like an average kind of guy. Like they're not very different at all.
I don't know. I mean, he's just a normal person, like, I can't. Oh, he's a little bit camp, but like besides that, he doesn't have any sort of prejudices or anything like that. He's just really normal. Well, to me, they're just a normal person, like,
Well, they both enjoy sex, and they both enjoy everyday interests and stuff. Like, they both they're both male, both everything the same. Yeah.
Works, earns a living, comes home to a family.
Well, that's where I have a lot of problems, you see, with those kind of questions, because I think that people are people. Individuals and their preferences don't necessarily impact. There's a lot of common ground, of course. People are people deep down. He's, I guess, likes similar things to, say, anyone else that I know. Food, theatre, cinema, whatever that may be.
Well, he's, he goes out to nightclubs. He's still like, one of the fellas. He can go out and do the usual things for the fellas, go to a pub, play footy, cricket, all the rest of it. It's not like he's any different besides the fact that, he likes guys. So, I mean, he does everything else the same as a normal male. Plays footy, cricket, drinks beers, everything.
I guess it's different.
Well, I don't think there's a likeness and an unlikeness, and I think to create boundaries, like to attempt to create a character caricature for a person because of their sexuality is really irrelevant, and especially nowadays when sexuality is something that people tend to see as quite, perhaps not playful, but yeah, fluid, as I said before.
Well, I'd say they're the same. They're just normal people just like us, but they like different things, whatever.
Oh, we do what? They have to eat, they have to like keep fit and stuff like that, you know, just everything else except for there's, you know, sleeping differently and, you know, maybe they prefer the same sex, who knows? But like, yeah, I find them, you know, exactly the same as like, you know, normal people do.
Well, he's just out there in the community like the whole lot of us. He's just another person with a sexual preference that's in a minority.
Arms, legs, heart, mind, lungs. You want more? You want more? God, you know, body, soul, all that thing, you know. There you go. I think that our minds are very different because of our sexual preference in terms of how we're socialised. So you're quite different being gay and lesbian, I think, in terms of the esoteric, in terms of how you socialise. But, you know, apart from that, it's all just flesh, isn't it? And bones and blood and saliva and other substances.
Just think for a second. Well, he has his life to live, and he's let's see, gee, what was it? You know, in the same way that everybody's, you know, shares, there's a common, you know, there's a I'm just got to think about this a bit more. If there's some sort of shared thing between people, if people are kind of connected by humanity, then that's how he's like. Heterosexual people, they share that. He shares that.
Oh God! Just like participates in the normal community, in the wider community, in ways that just like has a job. I mean, this is really base to say this, but has a job, works with people, goes to the supermarket. I mean, I don't votes. Has political views, particular views that don't necessarily align themselves with the gay community as such, but I mean that's various anyway about what how people express themselves politically in terms of voting, and I guess politically in terms of how they live and the decisions they make. So I think she's and then she has conflicts with friends, and then you know, and they're not unlike the conflicts I have with, you know, different friends I have. So I mean, I don't know. I can't, it's a funny question to ask me because I feel like you're setting my friend and the gay and people in the gay community aside and saying, well, now tell us how they all relate to everyone else. And I just think, God, we're humans and we have different kind of personalities, and I can talk about personalities, but I don't know if I really need to talk about her sexuality or who her partner is and things like that, because I just think, I don't know, it's just the difference is that she makes a different choice of partner, but that's between myself and her. I don't think there's much difference.
It's said that 1 person in 10 is homosexual. Do you know any homosexual people? I'm Jeff Grayley for 1 in 10.